I think there are a lot of people nowadays that don't accept Minnow and tend to reject him too easily.
Even in the short good video on YouTube, people try to judge person too critically and put him or her in corner just by seeing the fragmentary view.
In contemporary society, the hatred feeling prevails. It is meaningful to keep in mind that we should listen carefully to others what they mean.
I heard the next presenter is going to talk about ripple effect.
I want to know her story immediately. Let's get started to listen to her.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ahyun, and today I want to talk about a fascinating psychological phenomenon called the ripple effect. Have you ever heard about the ripple effect? Well, that doesn't matter. Whether you have or haven't, let me explain. What makes this phenomenon so powerful? Then, let's start from the basic lesson. When we think of influence, we usually imagine authority, expertise, or verbal persuasion. But it begins non-verbally through subtle signals that we transmit every day. That is not a mere coincidence. It starts with a small emotional transmission in daily life. The foundational theory explaining this process is known as emotional contagion, first formalized by Ellen Hatfield. It is the automatic and unconscious tendency to mimic and synchronize expressions and postures with those of others, leading us to catch their emotions. The mirror neuron system, discovered by neurophysiologist Rizzolatti, covers this. Mirror neurons fire both when we act and when we observe others acting, letting us literally feel what they feel. So, the ripple effect is not poetic language, it's neuroscience. Emotional contagion doesn't stay contained. It spreads like ripples across water, through your team, your family, your community. Thus, it's not just psychology. It's one of the keys to how we think, interact, and perform. Also, Chris Takis and Fowler discovered something remarkable. Happiness, sadness, and even loneliness can ripple through social networks up to 3 degrees of separation. In other words, your psychological state today might indirectly influence even the well-being of a friend's friend tomorrow. Now that you understand the science, let's think about what this means for how we live, who we are, what we do, why we make changes, can influence others. Simple gestures like a sincere compliment or a calm reaction may appear trivial, yet they function as micro-level interventions that modify things around you. The ripple effect is a form of self-power that shapes us without our control. Now, it is not a metaphorical idea. This is real, this is measurable, this is how we actually work. Emotions function as signals that travel across individuals and affect cognition and motivation at multiple levels. Each of us, consciously or not, contributes to our surroundings. Let's think about the word radiate. There's an important difference between shining and radiating. To shine is to be noticed. It is self-focused and performance-oriented. However, to radiate is to extend your inner energy outward. It's relational and empathy. Can you believe that your light has already been radiating in and of itself or alone? We are confronted with lots of problems throughout our lives, and the challenge for each of us is to choose among the numerous options. Of course, you'll move over to make a better choice. This process is sometimes very painful. However, you ultimately transform yourself and the world around you. Whatever you choose, since you're radiating. And those ripples often become the most enduring form of influence that we ever leave behind, though invisible. Everyone can radiate their own colors, and yes, that includes you. So the next time you wonder about your influence, remind my words. You are already creating ripples. Thank you for listening.